Lords, ladies, gentlemen, and anybody else in any other category, good day to you guys. Welcome back to the channel. Hello, darling.
Hey, I was waiting at the train for like 15 minutes.
Where are you? Yeah, was it blocking you in?
I was going to turn around, but like every time I turn around, the train leaves.
Ah, well, we're going to go work on a Nissan. Yeah.
Okay, I'm complaining.
Yeah, well, they driving back and forth across the tracks again. Yeah, they do that. They'll pull out over there, and then they'll stop the train, and then they'll just kind of go back and forth, and then everybody's just sitting there staring at them. And then right when you turn around, you drive over the bridge, and you come around, then they clear out the thing. So sometimes it's not even worth it, but sometimes you sit there for 45 minutes.
I took my chances, and I waited, but I should have turned around.
They should put a timer and just kind of let you know how long they're going to be there. You know what happened? I think years ago, somebody at Tropicana got into some kind of altercation or fight with somebody who works in the city, and now they've made it policy for Tropicana to park their trains across the thoroughfares in the city during the major rush hour times. They don't do it like during the low traffic times.
Like 6 a.m.
No, they do it at like 8 o'clock on the dot. They block 7
at lunchtime.
Yeah, they block the entire 6 lane with 2 turning lanes on either side, maybe 3 turning lanes. But yeah, they block this whole joint like a couple times a day, right at peak rush hour times. I think they're trolling the city, and they've been doing it forever. It's kind of like the joke where the engineer and the mechanic, they say that once upon a time, some mechanic had an extramarital affair with an engineer's wife, and then after that, the engineers have just been sticking it to us ever since. Yeah. I think that's kind of what happened with Tropicana and Bradenton. Yeah. What are you doing?
I'm surprised that they even have Tropicana anymore, because they have sold out all of these orange groves that are near here, and they are building apartment complexes.
Yeah, they knocked down.
So I'm surprised that Tropicana is still in business.
Well, they're buying oranges from China.
Oh.
I ruined it already. Everybody's mad at me. I like to say it that way. I don't know. You know, I'm wondering where they're getting their oranges from, because they used to be local, and now they're kind of not.
I don't think we have Florida oranges.
We do, but the ones that were here, the groves that are here, they're not here anymore. So I think that they're just trucking them in from farther inland. You know, up Zephyr Hills, maybe Sebring, maybe out by that prison on 29, I think.
Oh, yeah, that might
You know, I think they're just pulling them in from farther inland, which is going to make the price yeah, it jacks up the price, but it is what it is.
It does. It's like $10 for a carton of oranges.
Yeah, it used to be $1.99. How about that? Weird. It's like a 500% increase. Anyway, we're gonna go outside and fetch this Nissan. The tangent is over. Hello, everybody. Welcome back to the channel. As always, I'm glad you guys are here. I know, I'm super glad to be here. It is a fine Florida sunshiny type of day. This is gonna be short-lived because rumor has it there's another hurricane on the way over here, so that's gonna make 3 major ones this year. So we sort of just got partially recovered from the second one. Check out that nasty Camaro. I think they're gonna fix that. Actually, hang on, we're here for that Nissan, but I'm gonna go off on a tangent real quick and check out this Camaro. Now, this right here, that's a body shop. So I have to wonder, do we think we're gonna fix this? Because this looks like, might even have been like a partial rollover. Well, hello, Poppy, that's hanging out by the dumpster. Yeah, that's a pretty nasty one. I'm glad I wasn't in it. Yeah, some side swipe action. Yeah, look right here, you can see the support structure inside of the door. See how the door got pushed in, but then that support beam is holding strong. How about that? Is this a biohazard car? That might be biohazard. Yeah, there's some axle pieces right down there. Yeah, this thing is pretty tore up from the floor up. I'm gonna get out of here. We're gonna get back on point and get this Nissan. I understand that this situation right here is a transmission failure kind of problem. And the owner was told, that's cute, the owner was told that they may need a replacement transmission. From the looks of this thing, I believe this is gonna have a CVT. Nissan really likes the CVTs. We got ourselves a Pathfinder here, probably a V6 Pathfinder. What year are we looking at on this unit? How about a 2013? It's built in the 10th month of 2012. So that should be a 2013 Nissan Pathfinder. Let's hop in. Nice trim package in this unit. Yeah, we got some suede going on over here. Yeah, it's a nice looking car. Starting the engine. Feels like V6, smells like V6 with 173,257 miles on the odometer. We got a squiggly light line and some kind of warning indicator right there. You see that guy? Yeah, that's track control warning. Do we have a traction control selection button inside this unit? I don't think, yeah, we do. Track on, track off. Okay, so we have some kind of a fault with this thing right here. See, that's me selecting the traction control button down there. So we turn track control off, track control on. So that means that the other indicator is giving us some kind of a warning. Now that's a fancy phone charger. Look at that, circuit board for the wireless charging capabilities. Anyway, what we're gonna do, we're gonna back this unit out, take it for a quick test drive now that the train is gone, see how the transmission feels, and then we'll bring it in, check for trouble codes stored in the control modules, and then kind of go from there. So you guys stay tuned. This right here is gonna be a very good video. Don't go anywhere unless you head over to rainmanraysrepairs.com to check out our custom merchandise and deliciously blended coffee. They will be on clearance sale this month. All this month, because it is November and it is holiday gift month, shopping month. So if you are looking for any kind of gift ideas for fellow viewers or even your wife units, again, check out the wife unit tab under my merchandise page, and you can get her some personalized special gifts from the Rain Man Merchandising Company. And now we can go on our test drive.
Happening Z hood.
This thing is just loaded with it. It's a circular cheetah. And that will end my first moment of shameless self-promotion. This guy is driving the wrong way on the wrong side of the road, doing the wrong thing. Yeah, come on, man. You know better than that. It's supposed to be over there. You're supposed to go like with traffic when you're on wheels, and you're supposed to go against traffic when you're on foot. You're not supposed to go against traffic while on wheels. That's just the way. They taught us that in our driving license written examination. Of course, since that guy is riding a bike, maybe he didn't have a driver's license. It's all speculation, I don't know. So, this transmission, although it is a CVT, feels kind of normal for a CVT. I do not like CVT transmissions. I don't like how they feel. I don't like how they operate. I don't like their the longevity of them. They're continuously variable in their design, and they utilize a metal chain inside of the transmission case, and that chain is pushed with a cone that changes its overall diameter. So the one cone pushes the chain onto the drive cone. There's a driven cone and a drive cone. Both of them are variable in size, and they can change their overall diameter to give you infinite amount of gear choices. But I don't like the idea of a chain that pushes something, but that's the way they work. I guess when the cone and the chain lines up in a straight line, the links will lock together and form like a solid piece, and then that solid piece is what's used to create the push against the other cone. So it's kind of like a set of just like regular gears, like on a bicycle, but in reverse. Anyway, I don't really care for them. I didn't engineer them. I don't like them, but we can kind of try to work on them. Meaning, when they fail, you just take it out and put a new one in. Because we have a throwaway society, and that's not politics. That's just how it is. So don't get mad at me for politics. I try to be politic neutral, but at the same time, I got to call things how I see them, and a lot of folks don't like that. For example, actually people don't like a lot of things I do. Like, see how I'm driving in the wrong lane? That upset some people the other day too, and it's okay. This is Florida. These lanes are more like a suggestion rather, not really a requirement. That car doesn't want to go. You gonna go? I'm gonna go if you're not gonna go. He's got a green light too. Yeah, see? It's a suggestion. So anyway, this thing's feeling fairly normal. It does shift like it should. Now, I'm no Nissan CVT expert, but I've had some conversations with a fellow YouTube individual by the name of Fluffy Mexicanic. I believe Fluffy works at a Nissan dealership out in Texas. And I've consulted with him on these CVTs, particularly the Pathfinder ones, because I have family that owns a CVT Pathfinder. And he pretty much said that one of the biggest problems with these transmissions is nobody changes the transmission fluid in them. And although, like with most transmissions, there isn't an interval, like a recommended fluid replacement interval, Fluffy says that we should be changing these transmission fluids at about 30,000 miles, which isn't as bad as it sounds considering we change our engine oil like every 5,000 or 6,000 miles. This particular transmission has it's got a fill spout and a drain plug. So all you do is just drain it out and then fill it back up. Bam, there's your transmission oil change. You do that every 30K and you can expect to see much more life out of your Nissan CVT, as opposed to the individuals that do not change their transmission fluid. Now, I realize that's a tall order because it's hard to get people to change their engine oil these days, but there we go, swinging that corner. But it's worth mentioning because I do know that there are many people who are involved in the longevity and maintenance of their vehicle and may not know that you should change that fluid every 30K. All right, so let's throw this unit in park right here. I'm gonna hop out and fetch the scan tool, and we're gonna see if there's any trouble codes that are going to indicate some kind of an issue here. Real quick, 177 and 173 just had the engine oil change done, which is good. Look at there, these folks do oil change stickers like I do. They round it to the next 100 or the next 500, that's a nice clean look. I like that. Okie dokes, scanning device, power that on, beep. Hop in here, plug in our dongleizer, dongle plug, connector, whatever you want to call it. Let's get this guy plugged in. Let's see. Uh-oh, I cannot find the plug. There it is, it's hiding, found it. Get that guy in there, a little dark down here. Beep, there it is. That beep was delayed. Initializing, waking up, establishing connection and protocol. Okay, we got a 2013 Pathfinder 3.5 liter multi-port fuel injection, 173,258 miles on the odometer. That is accurate. And scan tool system, blah, blah, blah. Okay, continue. So what we're gonna do, the scan tools, I'm gonna have it go through. It's gonna ping every module in the vehicle and it's gonna look for any trouble codes that exist. So I don't care if they're in the radio, I don't care if they're in the engine, I don't care if they're in the ABS, I don't care if they're in the power window control module. We're going to get a code scan out of everything in here. So let this thing do its deal. When we're all done, I'll check back with you guys and we'll go from there. Okie dokes, a certain amount of time has elapsed and we have the code scan complete. So we're gonna go through and see what's here. So engine has no codes. Transmission has no codes, which is good. ABS has a code in it. That's a C1143, steering angle sensor circuit. Okay, that's gonna give us something to go off of. I believe that's the cause of little squiggly lights right there. HVAC module has one code, the sun load sensor. Something's wrong with the sun load sensor. That's a B2631. Where is the sun load sensor on this thing? I believe they're usually, on the GMs, they're up there, like in the center of the dash. It must be in here somewhere, maybe. Maybe the little dealio there is kind of covering it up. I don't know. Let's see. BCM also has an amplifier antenna code, low voltage code, and intelligent tuner, communication error. Those are all history codes. I'm not really concerned about those. Those are not causing a light. Jess?
I need to get the mileage.
Do you?
137.
173,258 miles on the odometer.
You did it better than I did.
Love you. See you later. Okay, so not really much going on here except steering angle. That's C1143, steering angle sensor circuit. That right there will definitely cause that squiggly light to come on. So, since we now know what it is, let's go into body control. No. We want anti-lock brakes. That's where it was stored. ABS control module. Pulling it up. Let's go into data and find the actual data that's being communicated from the steering wheel angle sensor circuit. I believe that's part of the clock spring behind the steering wheel. So let's see. We're in ABS, right? So we've got front and rear wheel speeds, which are 0 because we're parked in the shop. We've got a G-force sensor, which is 0 because we're parked. Engine's running. Solenoids, blah, blah, blah. Don't need to know anything about solenoids. Stop lamp switch. Watch this. I'll hit the brakes and the stop lamp switch will say on. See that? Off. On. Okay, motor, relays off, actuator off. Battery voltage is good while charging. Yaw rate sensor, that's the yaw. Like pretend we're an airplane, so you can roll. That's your roll motion. Your pitch is your forward and back rolling, and your yaw is your turning effect. You don't want to be yawing while you're driving, because if you're yawing, then you're driving sideways. So there is a sensor that detects, I believe it's a series of accelerometers, it detects if there's any vehicle yaw. If there is vehicle yaw, then the ABS can apply brakes to the leading edge side, like the front and the rear, by using the ABS pump, and it can help to straighten out that yaw. So let's say you're driving along and you get into a skid or you're on some black ice, the modules, the sensors, and the computers can detect that you're losing control, and it can help to restabilize that. So back in the day, if you were sliding on black ice, you'd have to kind of inch that wheel back to get yourself straight. Then once you straightened out, you'd have to inch it back to get yourself straight again. Find yourself fishtailing around. With the advent of modern computerizers, when the ECMs detect that you're entering a skid, it can automatically brake you out of that skid without using steering input. It uses braking input, differential braking input from one side or the other. Pretty clever, actually. So our yaw rate sensor is showing we are not yawing, which is good. We don't want to be yawing, especially if we're parked. Let's see, accelerator position signal 0. Let's give it some accelerator. Yep, that one works. Here we go, steering angle sensor. It says we're at 151 degrees of steering angle. See that? 151. Now our steering wheel is straight ahead, and our actual wheels are also straight ahead. So this steering angle sensor is inaccurate. Let's try to find 0 here. What happened? Did I knock my cord out? Sure did. Let's try that again. Epic failure. Recollecting data. Come on with it. Okay. Let's scroll back down. Pardon for the interruption. The man versus machine, and the machine won. Okay, steering angle sensor, 107 degrees, so turning it to the right is bringing us down to 0. Looking for 0 degrees, 28, 23, 16, 19, 5, -1. Okay, so this is our calculated 0 position. So when we're trying to drive in a straight line, the computers are being told that we're actually turning left. See that? So we have a steering angle sensor issue. Let's try to relearn that. Maybe we can do a relearn on it and not have to change parts. Let's go into, we're still in the ABS module. We're going to go into special functions. Yeah, right there, steering angle sensor adjustment. This is also something you'd have to do if you did a wheel alignment. So let's see, ABS steering angle sensor. The purpose of this function resets the steering angle sensor value to 0. This function is used when you replace the sensor or the steering column. Test condition, straighten out the front tires. Arrange the steering wheel in the center position, so you do a wheel alignment on it. So front tires are straight, steering wheel is straight. Ignition on, ignition key on, engine off. Select continue to perform the reset. So let's shut her down and power everything back up. We're all waking up, so we are meeting the criteria. Let's hit continue. Conditions to run this test have not been met, or this test is not supported by the vehicle. What? No way. Come on. Try it again. There we go. Test complete. Calibration end normally. All right. So let's go back into our data and see if this is going to read 0 while we're in this 0 position. This might be the easiest repair of all time. See, it's true. Us mechanics, we just break out our fancy computers and then bam, fix the car. Scrolling, scrolling, scrolling down. Yaw rate again. Steering angle, there we go. We're calibrated to 0 now. Let's fire it up. Still 0. How about that? turn left. Yeah, now we're cooking. See that number climbing? I'm gonna go all the way to the lock. Full lock on this one. So full lock has us at 593.8 degrees. Let's go full lock to the other side. 601.2 degrees. That's fine, close enough for my account here. All right, we're back out at 0 again. I'll take that, but our light is still on. So let's go ahead and do a code clear. We're gonna clear this. Clear codes. Key on, engine off. So we gotta repower it up again. Yes, erase the codes. DTC erase, continue, good. Look at that, little lights off. Restarting. So I don't know why this light was turned on. I'm not sure what the deal is with that. Perhaps they had a wheel alignment done, or maybe there was some services performed and that recalibration was not completed. But as at this point, we got some victory going on here. However, we started off this video talking about horrible CVT transmission fluid, and this has a horrible CVT transmission. So now we're gonna go ahead and check that transmission fluid. The last time we had one of these Nissans with a CVT, the owner was told by the dealership that she needed a new transmission because she had a solenoid code problem and there was horrible fluid in it. Now I had called up Fluffy about that specific car, and he said, you know, it might need a transmission because it is a Nissan CVT and they all need transmissions. But he said to me, you might have a real good shot of just changing the fluid in that thing, resetting the codes, and sending it on its way, and it may be completely fixed. Now, the lady in that video, and I'll post a link to that specific video down in this video's description, we actually grilled and nailed and fried a scammy dealership on that one. I had paperwork and receipts to prove it. But anyway, I'll post that link down here, and I'll put one up here so you guys can take a look at it at your leisure. But I never heard from that lady again. So I did a spill and fill on her CVT, and I never saw her again. So I can only assume that that her problem was remedied and fixed, and she no longer has transmission problems. Never saw it again. But if you guys would like to take a look at that video, please feel free to do so. And again, link up here, link down here, and there'll be one more link probably like here at the very end of this video at the end screen if you want to wait until we're done with this one before you can go back in time and watch the other one. And that'll end my second moment of shameless self-promotion in this particular video. Anyway, let's power this thing down, and I want to take a peek under the hood. We're going to do a nice visual inspection on this unit since we've pretty much solved their problem. And then if I need to, Poppins-y hood, we'll change out that trans fluid on this high mileage CVT. I see you lurking. What you need, babe? What you need? What you need? You nervous?
Yeah, your dirty hooker diesel dealer emailed you back.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay, let's go see the email from our dirty hooker diesel dealer. They're out of Michigan. They work like up here in Michigan. Like Detroit's by my thumb, Michigan's like right, or Detroit's like there somewhere. Dirty Hooker Diesel's up here. Those are the people that I bought the pinion unit on my drive shaft from. That really nice unit, very heavy duty. Okay, reviewing my drive shaft, or my order. Looks like my front drive shaft is on the way. It's a chrome ollie drive shaft, super heavy duty. It's to complete the upgrade on my Silverado. See, the factory one is a 2-inch diameter, and this one's a 2 1/4. Bigger drive shaft U-joints and whatnot. What is she doing?
He's trying to get up here.
Go get her. Go get your sister. What are you doing? What are you doing up there? This is the puppy intermission. We're supposed to have puppy intermission. What are you doing, baby? This is Crimson. She's good. You're a good girl. Get off my couch. Yeah, you're not supposed to be up there. And that one's Cain, like Cain and Abel, because he's a male dog.
One of our awesome customers got us some squeaky toys.
Yeah, oh, look at the squeakies. Hello, puppy. Everybody loves puppy time. Uh-oh, he gonna get mad at that?
Oh, boy.
What do you get her? Go get, go get it. Go get it. You can do it. Jump. Jump.
Dirty laundry.
Yeah. Come here. Come up here. Come get it. Come get it. Come on. Uh-oh, sister's got it. Here, you can have this. There you go. He didn't want it. He wants that.
Yeah,
she has it.
Yeah.
Those guys are awesome. I like the shock dogs. They're good babies. And don't worry, guys. We still have Luna, too, the German Shepherd Rottweiler. But she stays at home because she doesn't really care to hang out with those guys all day. Anyway, intermission's over. Let's get under the hood here, access our bonnet, and see what we got to play with inside this unit. Let's get the hood prop thing's kind of broken. Stay. There we go. Okay, so we got our Nissan 3.5 6-cylinder. Let's try to find that transmission dipstick if it has one. It does. It's right there. Let's see if I can get that guy out. This might not even be the dipstick. That might just be a fill plug. I need a pocket driver. The screwdriver that goes in the pocket. Pocket driver. There's like a little tab on this thing. You gotta push the tab in to release the lock, because the OEMs don't want us messing with our stuff. Yeah, nice dipstick. Look at that. There is no dipstick on it. Yeah, the OEMs do that stuff to us, guys. They don't give us the stuff that we really need sometimes. Yeah, someone's been in here before. This has been all boogered up with pliers and pry bar and whatnot. Okay, let's just rack it up and we'll pull the plug out of it and get a fluid sample. That way I want to see what this CVT oil looks like. Let's get this rack set up real quick, like. All right, moving on up. We're gonna run this thing all the way up, give it a good undercarriage inspection, grab a fluid sample, and then decide what we're gonna do when I get a good trans fluid sample out of this unit. Now, I don't need to change the oil, the engine oil on it. We just saw the sticker. They had recently done that. So that's all good in the hood. Let's give this thing to check and see if it's gonna fall off, shake. Couple ups and downs, feels pretty good. Green subscribe button, moving on up. All right, I think we're about there, top of the throw. Let's set her down on some lock action here for safety. Rule number 1, don't die at work. Okay, let's get down below, find that drain plug. Yep, right there. Nice and easy drain plug. Someone's been in here before too. Looks like they put a pan on it. Well, that's nice. I may not have to really do much under here. Yeah, let's see here. Yeah, that does look like it's a newer pan. See a little bit of fluid right there. A little bit of trans fluid, maybe it's leaking. I'm gonna grab a socket. We'll make sure all those fasteners are tight. Is that a 10? There's a 10 right there. Let's just see. A little loose. Now it's tight. That one's really loose. Yeah, someone put a pan on this once. That one's very loose. That one's stripped out. Yeah, they stripped that one. That's not okay. That one's tight. That one's tight-ish. That one's loose. That one's kinda, I don't know. Okay. Got an extension. Check the rest of these. Yeah, that one was a little loose. That one's fine. That one's okay. That one's good. That's good. 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 Everything's good except for, where's that loose one? That one there. Oh yeah, look, you can see it. Watch this. Watch right here. See that little gap right there? Watch what I do. See how it tightens up? And then it got loose. It tightens up and gets loose. So that's a bit of a problem right there. We're gonna need to fix that. Oh yeah, that thread's annihilated. Look at that, chunks of metal sticking out of it. And it's not the fastener, it's the hole. They stripped out the hole. Now, if it was like this hole, that'd be great because you can just put a nut on top of it. But that one, that's just tapped right into the the transmission case. It's fine. I got an easy fix for that. No worries. So here's the fix. The bolt that came out, that's a M6 metric bolt, I believe. And I have right here a 1/4 inch standard thread bolt. So this is a little bit coarser, and the bolt is a little bit larger in diameter. A little bit longer too, but we can shim that out with washers if need be. Now right here, I've got a 1/4 inch on 20 thread pitch. I think that's 20. Can't really see it anymore. Yeah, 1/4 by 20 thread pitch. I've got a tap. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna convert this thing to standard threads by running a tap into this hole, and then we can just put in this larger bolt as long as I can get a bite on this, which should be fine. We should be able to get into it without not really issue, because it is stripped out. So effectively the metric bolt has drilled out the holes for the standard bolt threads or something like that. Yeah, I feel it cutting. Yeah, we're cutting pretty good. There we go, it bottomed out, so that's about as far as we get to go. Any farther, I might poke a hole in it and break it. I see metal coming out with this tap. And no, that's not the proper tool to run a tap, but we do have ruined threads here, so it's fine. And a bunch of metal and whatnot just fell out of it. Excellent. So now we can attempt to put this fastener in that hole. Yay. Here, let's give it a quick spray down with some cleaner. Get rid of those metal pieces in there and all the fluid that's been dripping. Let's get rid of that. Much better. See if this is gonna work. Is it gonna work? I bet it is. Let me get my ratchet. If this doesn't work, we're gonna shove a bunch of copper into that hole and create threads if I have to. I mean, the worst case scenario. Okay, so that thread bottomed out. We need to space it out. Worst case scenario is we got to take the pan off and install like an insert in there, a Healy coil or a time cert, something like that. But I believe I've got threads here. I mean, I can see them. It looks like there's threads in there. That's gonna work. A little bit shorter. I need to put some washers on this to space it out. Let's see what I've got in the collection of goodies here. Washers. I'm light on washers. Maybe a shorter bolt. Yeah. Why are the washers always they're always gone. It's like the rum. The rum is always gone, and so are the washers. There's one. There's another one. Ah, we're cooking. That's what I need. There's one. I want one more. There it is. All right. So we'll space this out with some washers and try again, like so. 4 washers. Threads are engaging right here. Yeah, this is gonna work. Now we're cooking, fellers and ladies and anybody else and everyone else. Children, animals, you name it. All right, we're getting there. I feel clamping force. Oh, beautiful. Click. The leak has been solved. That's that. I like it. Okay, rolling in the drain pan device right here. I'm gonna go ahead and pull this drain plug, and we're gonna spill and fill this pan. I imagine with that leak, it's been a little bit low. And like I said, they did mention a shifting issue or a transmission feeling type of issue. I didn't see it. or feel it rather, but doesn't mean it's not there. And I'd like to make sure we can do pretty much everything we can do to make this situation correct, starting with fluid level set. That's pretty good looking fluid in there. So it's been changed, but I'm gonna do it again for my due diligence. Yeah, a little warm too. I wonder if that's overfilled. Because that right there, that's the fill plug, or the level plug there. It's actually gushing out quite a bit. All right, our drain is starting to drain a little slower now. I think we're about finished. Okay, that's good. Let's get that guy tight. I'm gonna show you something cool. See this thing's got a copper crush washer on it. You want to make sure those copper crush washers are sealed properly. So what we do, we're gonna torque this guy, if I can figure out how to make it not slip off. What's his problem? My socket is defective. It's the flex head. Ah, there we go. All right, that guy's tight, okay? So we're gonna let this truck down. Gonna fill this thing up, start it up, run through the gears, and then we're gonna open up this fill plug with the engine running, and we're gonna drain out the excess. Okay, equipment's out of the way. Green subscribe button yet again. Let's get this thing off the locks. Let her down, fill it up, start it up, fire it up, raise it up, and then we'll check it. Coming down. All the way down. And contact. Excellent. Okay, so we're gonna come back over here. We're gonna pull out that non-dipstick, toss the funnel in there and fill this unit up. Stick that guy right there. So our specifications calls for 9.3 quarts. So over here, I've got 8 quarts so far of Amsoil synthetic CVT oil. It's a way better price point than the OEM stuff. I think the OEM fluid comes in at like $28 a quart, something like that. It's highly expensive. Anyway, we're gonna start with the 4. Yeah, there you go, look at that. Clear, looks like motor oil, but it's not. CVT oil, it says so right there on the bottle. So let's just get this guy filled up, making a mess. Got some overflow spillages. Actually really does look like engine oil. It doesn't smell like engine oil, I can tell you that. Oh, too much weight on the end. It's flexing my funnel hose business there. There we go. Actually, hold on a second. I may be inadvertently spreading some disinformation. If memory serves, the last time I did one of these, it was like 3.8 quarts of drain and fill capacity. I believe that 9.3 spec that I had just mentioned, hitting the door, the 9.3 quarts is total system capacity, but drain and fill spec is just under 4. So since we put in 4, we should be slightly over, meaning we're almost right on. So what I'm gonna do, oh, I forgot to show you guys that crush washer trick. I was getting excited. I'll do that when we go back up in the air, no worries. What we're gonna do is we're gonna go through the procedure, fire this thing up. In order to do that, get her running, foot on the brake, put it in reverse, put it in neutral, put it in drive, put it in neutral, put it in reverse, put it in neutral. Exciting, isn't it? Put it in drive, put it in low for fun, put it in neutral, put it in reverse, put it in park. There we go. So I'm gonna leave the engine running. It's at idle. Now the system's still hot, so theoretically it's bringing up the temperature to operating specs. We're gonna go back around, green subscribe button, run this thing back up, and we'll get the level set properly. the idea. Moving back up, all the way up again. All right, I'll say that's about right. Back on the locks. There we go, lock engaged. So now we grab the smaller size socket. I'm gonna come over here, grab the drain pan, and we pull out the level plug, that one there. If we have fluid coming out, that means it's overflowed or overfilled slightly. And we'll just leave it hang out until it starts to drip. And if there's nothing coming out, then it's underfilled and we'll have to add more fluid to the unit. That's gonna go right about there. Let's bring it down some. There. Good. All right, that slipped right off. That's been rounded off some. Okay. I will defeat this damaged plug with a spline drive wrench. See how it's not a regular wrench? It's got those splines in there. That'll engage the flanks of the fastener. Get on there. Serious right now? I think we got it. I think I knocked down those tangs a little bit. Yeah. Unclick. Let's see what we get. Okay, so we're a little over. Like I said, the spec was 3.8 and we're draining some, so we just let this kind of drain until it drips. And that is our correct level. Pretty easy if you know the procedure or have the ability to look up the procedure. And again, the engine is idling and in park at this time. We want to let this thing kind of just drain out. Come on, keep draining. Super exciting. There. There's little itty bitty splashes everywhere. Okay, I think that's about good. The drip has slowed. I'm gonna leave it with that. Ooh, hot, 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 hot. Yeah, I'm not gonna let it drain till it stops. I don't care, it's fine. I can leave a little extra in there. That'll be okay. It'll be okie dokily. Not a concern. Okay, that guy's tight, that's good. So that plug has a rubber seal, but the one up there, that had a crush washer. And I didn't have one, so I didn't change it. So here's how we're gonna make sure that crush washer seals. You take this hammer right here. Give that a couple little love taps, right? Is it crush the crush washer more without using tension on the threads. So then we take the ratchet, finish it off. We got a little bit of a turn out of it. That guy is sealed up, good to go. So, get our can of spray out right here. Hose off the rest of that business. Uh-oh, running out. Used it all. Oh no, I'm out of brake clean, Justin, another! Got ya. I was just kidding, you don't have to get me one, it's fine. He went over to the closet to get another one. Good man. Okay, so now we're nice and shiny, we're not leaking, and we know we have good fluid in it. We know the level is set. I got that little light to turn off, which is also good. Let's go out for a test drive and see if the light stays off. If that steering angle sensor warning light stays on, then we may have to put a clock spring in it. but I don't have really the service history on this this Nissan, so I don't know if they had work done on the front end or anything like that. So I'm kind of guessing in the dark here. We're shooting blind. Okay, on the ground, we have full contact, letting the lift down. So let's recover the funnel, put the plug back in. We'll back this unit out and go for our finalized test drive here. Put that guy back on like it's supposed to. Snap, crackle, and pop. My light died in the light, or the battery died. Scheisse. Hood prop down. Wipe off the evidence. I was never here. There. As I publish evidence. What you doing? Go kill the valve. Yeah, you gotta shut the valve down out here. Oh, then, well, open that wide open then. Just dump it. We're putting in hose reels. Check them out. Oh yeah. So nice. Okay, the rack's cleared out. We're good to go. Let's get out of here. Okay, wheels straight. Yep. Good to go. Let's do a code scan on the whole system while we're driving. See if anything shows up. System code scan. Pre-scan. Yep, let's let it go through. Remember, I did a master code reset on everybody, so all the modules should have been cleared. That means anything that comes back in this drive cycle is a current active code. We had a lot of history voltage codes in there, and I wanted to get rid of them. Uh-oh. We got a leaker. We got a leaker. What's leaking? Oh, you didn't shut the valve. Poor guy. I bet that scared you, didn't it? Okay, that's hooked up. Yeah, let's open up that valve again. You guys want to hear a really cool noise? Watch this. Wait. No, don't do it yet. I want to show them the really cool noise out of the regulator. Watch this. I have the valve kind of closed, so it restricts the flow, so it makes that whistle noise. It also whistles when you're using air. That way we can hear the wee in the back, because it's the most annoying noise in the world. And I think it's funny. Anyway, back on track. Let's back it up. Get out of here. That's gonna be nice. We have a hose reel over there. Now we've got one over there. There's a third one hanging up there, and then we're gonna put one more outside so we can check tire pressures with ease. I'm almost a real shop. Took me a couple years, but we're getting there. Slowly. Rome wasn't built in a day, or in a day, or 2 days, but it was built once. Look good. All right, let's get this baby out on the road. All right, and we're off, guys. Here we go. Now, I get the joke. I can't feel the shifting because it's a CVT, but the transmission feels pretty good. I'm good with that. So far, so good. And what's also fantastic is we're not getting that warning light for that steering angle sensor. It's not happening. So what I'm gonna do, drive over here, we're gonna pull into this parking lot. I'm gonna do a couple like 360 turns. Oh, I missed the parking lot. I missed it twice. Anyway, we're gonna go over the bridge, then go around, then pull into another parking lot. I'm gonna do a couple like 360 turns. We're gonna shut it off, turn it back on, recheck trouble codes. We're not gonna pull up in front of this car right here, even though I could have fit. It's safer to just wait. Patience will save your life. Yeah, this thing feels really good. Let's give it some roll into the throttle a little bit. We're 3/4 throttle. full throttle, off the throttle. That was a pretty good pull. Full throttle scares me in other people's cars. I don't like doing it. I don't like to stress everything to the maximum. I mean, I'll beat my stuff for days, but other people's stuff, I don't like it. Anyway, we're gonna pull it in. I'm gonna recheck that scan tool for that steering angle sensor code, and if that's looking good, and we're gonna call this one a day. I think we got a win right here. Now, I understand that me clearing that code out and performing a relearn, I don't know if that's the fix or not. It's highly dependent on like the service history on this truck. For example, if there was services that were performed incomplete, like a wheel alignment or replacement of a front end part, then yeah, me clearing that code and doing the relearn, that would be the win. If nothing had happened and there were no services performed on this, and that code just randomly set, that means there's more than likely some kind of an error with the system, a bad connection, or some kind of wear going on in the clock spring. That code would definitely return. So effectively what we have established here is a baseline for the path to move forward. So what I'm saying is, since I don't know, now I'm establishing my own criteria for problem solving. And I still never had a chance to flip around. You know what? I'll tell you what. We'll just go ahead and do that relearn or recheck back in the parking lot over here at the shop. That's what we'll do. Driving along. Fill a bag. I guess they're selling dirt. The sign said fill a bag. Fill a bag. Selling sand. Yeah, so far so good. No code, no light. Scan tool's kind of done doing its deal over there. My dude just driving through the grass. Where are you going, Jeep? You're going in there? Cool, I'm going over here. That's how we do that. You never know, certain kinds of neighborhoods. Okay, so back in our code list here, we've got that sun load sensor in the body control module. We've got that history code for the antenna, voltage, and the intelligent tuner. Those codes are still there. Maybe they didn't clear. You may actually have to go into the actual module and then clear the module. On occasion, the master code reset procedure doesn't always clear things out. But ABS does not have a code, and that tells me we got a win. Put it in park. So now we're in park. Modules are resetting. We're gonna go to sleep. We're gonna tell the car that we're getting out. So now we're out. Now we're gonna tell the car that we're getting in. So now we're in. Restart. And warning light, not present. We'll do a lock to lock turn just so we get a full sweep on that steering angle sensor. And I believe we are holding calibration. That's good to go. So like I said, if the light comes back on, then I'm gonna have to take a look into this clock spring. If the light stays off, then it stays off, and that's that. So guys, at this point, I believe I have nothing more to offer you on this particular video, other than a thank you for watching this video. Let me know what you think about this Nissan and this procedure that was conducted here today in the comment section down below. Do not forget to engage that like and subscribe button while you're down there. Head over to RaymanRaysRepairs.com. Check out our custom merch for holiday gift ideas. And most importantly, do not forget to have yourselves a fantastic day. See you guys later in a video, in a Nissan, in a CVT, and a warning indicator, and a transmission.